Here's the Polaroid camera. Hell yeah. Here's the Polaroid camera that does work. To get 10 of these though, like the photos for it, it's like fucking $50 now, which is very frustrating. It's fucking expensive, so I try to only use it when I like really want to use it, you know? That does work though. And then I've been trying to get this to work. I actually had way more than this. I also had to leave behind in America. This is a Super 8 camera. Wait, where is, hold up. There we go. So I'm trying to get this to work. I do have some film for it, and I have a video splicer for it as well as a projector. So I can like, once I figure out how to develop the footage, I can just like play it and like splice it myself. But it's a lot of work. Anyways, I don't have like a lot of free time to do my hobbies these days, but I love doing stuff like this. God, where is it? There we go. Kind of put down the camera here, the handle. I do need to find a battery for the handle here. That's the only problem. It's missing a piece. Ugh, they're pretty cheap, but yeah, Polaroid is so fucking expensive now. I know. Unfortunately. Graveyard photo shoot. Oh my god, I would fucking love that. I want like to be able to get especially the Super 8. I fucking love Super 8 footage. If you guys know what Super 8 footage looks like, it's fucking gorgeous. And this also has like a focusing lens too, which is like really nice. On upside down cards. You mean reversals? I can write a whole paper about reversals. They're not super important, to be honest. The Polaroid camera, all of these are from thrift stores. All of these. I just got really lucky. I go to thrift stores all the time. I've been looking for a working one for years too. Oh my god. And I finally got so fucking lucky getting this one. I can talk about reversals next month on my Patreon if you guys would like, which is like next week. If you guys would like a reading, again, 1 card is 5, 3 for 15, full reading is 40. Adaptations, I use adaptations of PGM spells. You have to understand the formularies, the formulas of magic quite well though. Yeah, no, you get, every month that you're a Patreon member, you get those, say you're in the $10 tier, you get 2 cards, because each card is $5, but you can only, get them on these live streams, because if I did it privately for everyone, I would be booked up the entire month. If anyone else would like a reading though, again, 1 card is 5, 3 for 15, full reading is 40. You guys can book through my Ko-Fi by joining my Patreon, or, privately one-on-one through my website. What do I need to know or work on to deepen my spiritual practice? Queen of Cups, I'm seeing working with the ocean, hippocamps. Eros, the son of Aphrodite, is associated with hippocamps, but also this is kind of a card I associate with Aphrodite, with the ocean, with beauty, with things tied to the ocean, and emotional depth. Hell yes, found some adaptations. Ooh, you found some? You could always make your own too. If you guys have any more questions though, let me know. Again, Bushu, welcome. If you guys are new here, oh my god, Austria, nice to see you. If you guys are new here, good evening. It is almost 8 p.m. I'm trying to still fight off a fucking migraine. Lady Aphrodite, she is wonderful, I will say. Resume how to read them right now. Oh, you mean like the reversals? Well, it's not the opposite of the card, it is the inverse of the card. Say if the tower pops up reversed specifically, that would be narrowly avoiding disaster, or the disaster is less bad than it would have been otherwise. Eros is associated with hippocamps. I don't know why he's associated with them, not off the top of my head. I believe they had some kind of association with erotic passion. Hell yeah, you're just listening to the playlist. Funny timing. You guys have, wait, hold on. If you guys have any more questions for me though, let me know. Again, 1 card is 5, 3 for 15, full reading is 40. I'm also available for ritual workings. I only have 9 spots left until I'm booked up until April though. So first come, first served, you know. My website has all the rituals available on there. I'm adding a couple of more. Should I just wait until April to book? May? January, February. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, you mean for the one-on-one private tutoring, right? Yes, I figured that's what you meant. I was just thinking about like when that would be. That should be fine, absolutely. Taryn her. Oh, hell yeah. Yes, a fish horse. Yeah, we're talking about that. Studying for home tomorrow. Yes, you probably should. It's almost 8 p.m. here in town. I will be live on Twitch after this. Yes, if you guys want to see me play some games. I did have a good weekend. Yeah, it was pretty nice. It was nice to be able to finally rest. I have no idea what to do with myself when I'm not working these days, so I ended up just cleaning my whole house. I did get to see my friend Bibby after like months of not being able to see each other though. Any spell to attract? Hell yes. Okay, perfect. There's plenty of spells to attract romance. I'd recommend some of the love spells in the Greek Magical Papyri. I'm trying to think the Stalia of Aphrodite if you want general romance. You could also use some favor charms with Helios. Painful magic. I feel like you're just afraid of like the whole bullshit about like it coming back to you. Having a clean living environment is great. I still need to clean some more regardless. I was not able to finish. Also, I don't have enough furniture yet, so I haven't been able to finish unpacking. So there's just like a stack of boxes and everyone's like, when are you doing a house tour? And I'm like, guys, there's boxes everywhere. It's not time for a house tour just yet. I need to wait until I'm a little bit more unpacked. I don't have time to unpack all that. If you guys would like a reading though, what does my spirit team want me to know, do, and focus on? What you want you to know? Six of Wands, Temperance, the Fool, Do, the Hanged Man reversed, the Artist, and the Moon, and focus on Knight of Wands, the Empress, the Emperor. So what they want you to know is that this is going to be a time of new beginnings. The next 6 weeks for you, there's going to be an opportunity, something you've been struggling to succeed with for a while that you've been asking for their aid with. They're going to bring you someone who will bring you an opportunity for balance amidst all the chaos with you and a good new beginning, like a fresh start, a new chapter in your life. Like this looks like it could be something to do with moving or travel as well. I'm seeing somewhere moving towards mountains or like a deserty region as well, especially mountains. What they want you to do specifically is have a new perspective, a new fresh perspective, especially in your creative endeavors like writing, art, drawing, music, whatever. It looks like there's like a weird like illusions, deceptions, things not quite being what they seem, like repressed emotions as well. They want you to tap into that, gain a new perspective on it, because it looks like you might be stuck creatively speaking. It could even be with your spiritual path here. What they want you to focus on is having direct communication. It will be difficult, by the way. You're going to have conflict with your mother and father, or two strict paternal figures in your life at the very least, like two strict figures like that. I'm seeing a man and a woman specifically here though. So that's why I'm kind of seeing it as parents. You have to be very direct with them, and yes, it will bring about conflict. You know this. That's why you've been avoiding it. And they're saying you cannot avoid this any longer. This conversation has to happen. And you need to be the one to initiate it. My weekend was nice. Moving, dude, furniture is so fucking expensive. Personal diamonds, Pareidroi. What would you like to know about them? Also, daimonions, they are known as. What would you like to know? They're essentially personal spiritual assistants. Everyone is born with their own personal daimon or daimonion, also known as the Pareidros. They're essentially like the concept of like a familiar. You have to know their secret name in order to work with them, and you can send them out to attack enemies, to bring you wealth, opportunities, lovers, to bring you knowledge or information, to protect you from curses and stuff like that. When you said bridging the gap with someone else as a bee, High Priestess. So no, it's someone else. No, I asked if it was someone else and I got Justice. The extra card's on me, by the way. No, you have to do a ritual to be able to know their secret name. There are about 3 that I know of in the Greek Magical Papyri. I was actually just told my personal daimon secret name the other night. There are 3 different rituals in the Patreon. One is the easiest. Yes, the rituals are available on my Patreon. There's one that's easier that involves swallowing a raw egg. I know that's the easiest one, but it's kind of gross. So you guys can book through my Ko-Fi by joining my Patreon. I do talk about Pareidros, your own personal daimon, in a paper on my Patreon, which gives the instructions. That's the easiest one to do. The other one, you have to climb onto your roof. You have to cut off the head of a falcon, and I think you have to burn it. And then you have to kiss a demon that falls from the stars. So I don't think that one sounds very easy. The other one, you have to drown a cat, and I do not recommend that one. If you guys, it's 1 egg. I've had some other people also suggest that you can make eggnog out of it, which sounds a lot better, you know, with the raw egg. Just make like eggnog, you know, it doesn't say you can't do that. So Libations are better. Kareem, I don't know too much about them. I would say personal daimons are more of a Greek concept. That eggnog was not my idea. That was one of my mutuals here on TikTok. It was like actually a really good idea. Yeah, I actually swallowed the raw egg before they suggested that, and I was like, you couldn't have told me that before. Thank you. If you guys would like a reading, oh, the Star Demon, dude, I'm still looking for a falcon. I don't know where the fuck to get a head from of a falcon into their own place. Ooh, shit. So you're gonna be left like without a place? Dude, I fucking love eggnog, so I guess it's up to you, really. I can't tell you if it tastes good or not. I just started the live stream again because I was doing a couple of private client calls before this. And I still have to do, I'm doing some Twitch after this. I'll be playing some games on Twitch, and then I have to do some other kind of 21 plus streaming after. Diamond, where we get the word demon from. Yes, it is the same, actually. It is where the word comes from. It's the same thing. Christians did take the term from Hellenic polytheism. Take your names to the gods personal. What do you mean? Cooking stream when? Maybe tomorrow. You guys can maybe help me learn how to cook. I'm fucking terrible at it. Dubai, that makes sense with the falcons. If anyone else would like a reading, again, one card is 5, 3 for 15, full reading is 40. Dude, I hope you can get a proof of disability in time. What's that looking like for you right now? Dude, that's a horrible situation. Oh my god. The next Betty Crocker. Do I look like a Betty Crocker fucking archetype to you? Nah. Dude, I set oil on fire somehow, like, to master your craft. I would say I'm not even a master at it yet, and I will be practicing 20 years next year. I would still say I'm not a master at it. No, I don't think there's ever like going to be mastering something like that, you know? It's kind of like art. You're always constantly learning. Diamond, how do you know their name? Oh, they'll tell you. It'll suddenly pop up into your head. Yeah, I don't know how I set oil on fire, dude. Like, I'm just really bad at fucking cooking. To be fair, I was homeless for a very long time, so I didn't have a kitchen for like years and years. Even when I did have a place to live, it was in like abandoned buildings or warehouses or like a garage. So I didn't have like a kitchen. Thank you. I would absolutely need your help on cooking. I am so scared of starting another fire because it happens every time I try to cook. Hold on. Is the adaptation dream spell for money going to work, or should it be direct from the PGM? 2 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. It'll work well enough for you to get what you need to get, yes. It looks like it'll come through the form of a partnership or a business partnership with friends around you, or investments from friends around you also. More medical records. Ooh, I hope it'll be fucking soon. I personally don't believe in vampirism, nor do I believe in energy vampirism. 2 years ago, flip an egg. Okay, fair enough, yeah. Ugh, some spam callers calling me. Magical formularies that has on the... Oh, you have to study the magical formularies. I recommend Dr. Christopher Ferroni's book, The Greco-Egyptian Magical Formularies. I also teach about the magical formularies on my Patreon. If you guys have any more questions, again though, 1 card is 5, 3 for 15, full reading is 40. So the formulas actually follow a structure. I teach about this on my Patreon for free under the Fundamentals of Magic. If you want to read that, I teach about these structures of even the ancient Greek and Latin structures of the spells themselves. Vampirism just doesn't exist in these ancient traditions. I only follow these ancient traditions. Should I try out for this art program again, or should I focus on something else? You could try again, absolutely. It's going to take a lot of confidence in you really speaking up for yourself, certainly. That's going to be the difficult part. Zeus, hell yeah, you should pray to Zeus Soter, Zeus the Savior. If you guys have any more questions to me though, again, let me know. 1 card is 5, 3 for 15, full reading is 40. Ooh, wait, what about Thunderstones? Dr. Ferrone's, no! Wait, is it on YouTube, his lecture? Golden Compass? That's a movie I've not heard about in a long time.
Oh my god, I remember how mad people were about that.
You remember when the Christians were really mad about that movie? Yeah, my parents were one of them.
I remember that.
You sent it to me a while ago. No, I forgot to watch it. God damn it. Ah, man, that sounds like right up. It does look like it'll be worth it, yes. Tips for working with Persephone. I only really worship Persephone in her maiden aspect is like Kore. I don't think I've ever done any workings with her. Well, no, there's one where she was synchronized with Hecate, Artemis, Selene, and yeah, Persephone. I think maybe I'm missing one. I have done that one working. How will I my family besides father react when I announce my move in the future? Seven of Swords. They'll think it's a foolish decision. They think you're going to come back begging them for help. At least a couple of them will think this. They think it's not going to work out for you, essentially, even though it will. I can see that in this card. They think there's going to be a lot of conflict that you're going to face and that you're going to have to ask them for help. He gives us some known characters in the lecture. Dude, I hate to ask you this again, but can you send me the lecture again? And can you also tell me where you send it? Predicted the ozone layer. Hold on. Wait, who did? If anyone else would like a reading, thank you. I appreciate that. If you guys have any more questions, though, again, boost you. Welcome. My name is Lauren Blackbird, Thorn Indignicas. You guys can book through my Ko-Fi or by joining my Patreon. Again, you guys can also join my Patreon for free or for as low as $1. I try to teach a lot on there for free about this kind of stuff, about ancient history and ritual magic. Excuse me. I remember that Golden Compass was kind of a fucked up movie, but I haven't seen it since it came out. I was like a kid when it came out. TikTok would be better. I never check Instagram DMs. I even have it in my bio because I get death threats on there. Show for it. Oh, really? Is it a good show? I didn't know there was a show about diamonds. Okay, I might check that out then. His Dark Materials. Interesting. What's it on? If you guys have any more questions for me, though, let me know. I've been looking for new shows. I actually started watching Bridgerton recently. Weirdly interesting. I thought it'd be very boring because I thought it was going to be a bunch of straight people. I mean, it is, but it's like not that boring. I also heard there's going to be lesbians next season, so that's kind of why I started watching it. Wait, you're what? Got permabanned? No, I'm sorry. I have seen Yellow Jackets, yes. Secret names of the gods personal to each person. No, the secret names of the gods are variations of different ethnic names, varying by location, and sometimes like synchronizations of those different names. So like a synchronization of Akkadian, Egyptian, and Greek terms together to create one sacred secret name. Call you ASAP? Yeah, wait, what's up? Is it bad? Uh-oh. You should watch Severance. I've heard good things about Severance. Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm getting my hair fixed tomorrow. Oh, thank fuck. I was so worried for a second. I can call you after I finish work tonight. It's gonna be about 3 to 4 more hours though, because I gotta stream on Twitch and then I gotta stream on my 21 plus site after. If you guys have any more questions for me, again, 1 card is 5, 3 for 15, full reading is 40, but I can call you right after that. If you have any more questions, let me know. Severance is amazing. You're not the only one to have told me that, so picking up stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, no problem. New version. Dude, I fucking love Interview with the Vampire, the new TV series. It's like my favorite show of all time now, and I love like older shows like Xena Warrior Princess, The X-Files, but honestly the new Interview with the Vampire is like the fucking best show. Oh, hell yeah. The lecture. Oh my god, I can't wait to hear about the characters. It's so hard to find information anywhere about characters. That's why I've not finished my paper on them. Characters are essentially ancient magical sigils or symbols. They're more akin to symbols. Midnight Mass. I tried watching a couple episodes. I don't think I could get past like 2. Dude, I loved She-Ra. What do you mean growing up? Oh my god, you mean the old one or the new one? If you say the new one, I'm gonna feel crazy old. It came out when I was like 21. I was gonna say. No, I've not seen the 4400. I did grow up with the old She-Ra too. I also grew up with the Thundercats. Do you guys remember that? I used to have a crush on Chitara. Dude, I know they're removing She-Ra off Netflix. I'm fucking pissed off about it. That was like a really good show when it was airing. Like I had like the limited edition dolls and everything. Hold on. The Picatrix. It's interesting. It's not as old as it claims to be though. Very similar to how the Legmantron or the Ars Notoria claim to be a lot older than it actually is. You remember Thundercats? You remember Chitara? I fucking thought she was amazing. I always wanted her hair, you know, like the blonde with like the cheetah prints on the craft. It's a fun movie, but not accurate whatsoever. If you guys have any more questions though, again, 1 card is 5. Criminal Minds. Oh my god. I used to love Reed on there. He was my favorite character. The Picatrix. The spells, if you think those are impossible, you're not gonna like ancient magic. The Poppy character. I also use the one associated with the bra socks, the 3 S's with the line through it. That one I believe is associated with the bra socks. It's usually on amulets with him. I do other kinds of readings besides tarot. I offer divination with the gods, where I get into robes and I evoke the gods themselves using a 2,000-year-old spell. Any god that you wish. spirit of the dead, so like a ghost or a demon, daimon or daimone. I also do other rituals like necromancy. It's 2,000-year-old rituals spoken in ancient Greek to speak with whatever spirit of the dead that you wish. I do a lot of those through my website. I do ancient dream divination based on the Oneiriokritikon by Artemidorus, the ancient Greek interpretation of dreams. I also do hemerology, which is an ancient Egyptian method of reading your destiny based off of temple calendars. Popovers, hell yeah. If you guys have any more questions though, again, I'm not a great cook. I need to learn how to cook better. No, you don't need a specific question in mind. You can also just ask for a general message too. Readings for which deity? Yes, I do those through my website if you want a deity reading, or you can get one through here. I just charge by card on here. And thank you. I have to go to my other job after this, which is like 21 plus streaming, so I had to get a little dressed up. My hair is still a mess though. No problem. If you guys have any more questions, one card is 5, 3 for 15. Full reading is 40. If you guys have any more questions about magic, history, also let me know. Emailed you everything. Okay, perfect. It is 8 p.m. my time, so I'll be going in the next hour. I will be going on Twitch after this, and then I'll be going to a different site. Kairos to do divination spell. Generally, Kairos is recommended. I don't care if people find my SW work. I feel no shame. And I have age limits, so only people 21 and over can find it anyways. That's the only other issue I'd have. But I literally don't give a fuck. If anyone else would like a reading, again, you think I look like someone who feels shame? Nah, I lost shame a long time ago. Create secret names. No, the secret names, according to Iamblichus, who wrote Dre Mysteries or On the Mysteries, he said that the Nomina Barbara, the secret names of the gods, the Vocus Magicae, they are the secret divine names and languages of the gods themselves, made with them at the time of their creation. It is not something that mankind supposedly created. It was something that is divine in itself, in of itself. That's why it has that divine power of creation with it. So no, we can't really create them ourselves. We can use some of the words to kind of string them together to form new sentences to have new outcomes, yes, but we can't create our own new terms. A cat effigy, you don't have to do that ritual. I'd recommend the one with the egg, so you don't have to use one at all. I make money both ways, honestly. I don't want to get banned, though. This is King Asmodee's sigil. I have that shit on my Blue Sky, the private stuff, about Arabic magic. I actually don't know too much about modern day Arabic magic. I mostly study Proto-Indo-Iranian traditions, in conjunction with like, ancient Anatolian and Greek, Egyptian, of course, Mesopotamian. Speak to my Axiopast. Can you talk about that one? So that one's the necromantic, right? There's a couple of different forms I can use. There's 3 different spells of necromancy I know how to use and use them quite well. One works with Hecate, who is the goddess of the restless dead, the goddess of lost spirits between this world and the next world. And the next one is a Lacanomancy spell, which uses the 100-letter name of Typhon, Suthrak, to be able to call upon any spirit that you wish, including the gods themselves or other demons, not just spirits of the dead. And then for that one I need a bronze dish, which I do have, for Lacanomancy, which is oil over water. The other one with Hecate, you can use any method of divination with that. There's also like various other forms. I also offer Ouija, combined like Ouija boards, like spirit boards with these spells through my website. So it's essentially you're calling up a spirit from the dead. Evocate the gods. Yes, I talk about that through the heptagram rites. That's the one on my Patreon. I break it down step by step. It's the rite of the heptagram. So what you need to do is you need to make a heptagram. You need to make a mixture of Iranian flour, costiter root, as well as the charred remains of frankincense and myrrh. Mix those together in a bronze mortar and pestle. You need to make a heptagram facing Ursa Major, the sign of the bear, and right around 3 a.m. or even the 3rd hour of the night, which is generally around 3 a.m. you have to face Ursa Major. You have to make sure, depending which god you're calling, say if you're calling Helios, this would have to be done at the zenith of the day, to be fair, if it's Helios, because he's the sun. So either the dawn or high noon. You need white lily and some more costiter root. Put that in the point of the star facing Ursa Major. Then you need to pronounce the incantations and light a bronze oil lamp, which also has a magical wick written with a bunch of secret letters with a bronze stylus and ancient magic magic ink and enchant over it to call them forth physically before you. So it's not very easy, but I do break it down in a very easy way. You can call any spirit forth with this. Booking them whether they're resting or anything. No, these are restless spirits. The restless dead. They're not at rest. This is also in the PGM, yeah. So you guys can book through my Ko-Fi or by joining my Patreon. 1 card is $5, 3 for $15. Full reading is $40. I also do private one-on-one readings through my website if you'd rather have it be private. Yes, that rite I was just describing is called the heptagram rite. It's in the latter half of the monad. I was initiated through the ritual of the monad, at least for sorcery. I'm being initiated currently for priesthood. Uriel's Numa ink. Yeah, I'm actually very interested in that. I usually get my inks from Uriel. How do you close a ritual like that? You don't close it. Recall which book of the PGM. It's in the latter half of the monad. Lady Hera, only once or twice. I've only ever prayed to her. I've never done workings with her or like an evocation or anything like that. If you guys have any more questions for me though, let me know. Again, Bushu, thank you. I appreciate that. I've not been feeling well lately, like physically. I've been super sick. So today was like the first day I really got dressed up in a while. You guys have any more questions for me? Let me know. Ouija boards, I find the older ones work better. I never had the newer ones work very well. Usually when I evoke spirits of the dead, I give them offerings. Traditionally it's milk and honey, but sometimes spirits like cigarettes or like libations of like liquor, you know, depending on the person. So usually I just try to give them offerings to, you know, so I don't bother them, right? Excuse me. That's kind of like what you're traditionally supposed to do as well. Yeah. I mean, if they're smokers in life, generally they appreciate it, even in death. If you guys have any more questions for me though, again, 1 card is $5, 3 for $15. Full reading is $40. If you guys want to ask me anything about magic, history, I'm a historian. I specialize in history of the occult, ancient ritual magic, and religion. A must for him, fair enough. I can get him a good pack. You just tell me what his favorites were. Ouija boards for sale, even older ones. Oh damn, that sucks. Not even online or whatever. You can also make your own. I've had a couple I've made work well before. Conspiring with the Moirai, what do you usually offer them? They don't usually accept offerings. The Moirai very rarely change fate when asked. I've never had them change anything. Like, I've never had that work. You can consult them on what fate could be, or if you can like possibly interfere with something, because when I'm casting like a curse on say a politician, I do have to consult with the fates, the Moirai, but they almost never help. I don't think not that they don't help, they're very, what's the word, strict. They're pretty intimidating. I don't think I've ever had them change fate. I don't think I'll ever be able to do that, except for the one fate changing spell potentially with Helios. But what materials? You don't need to consecrate it. No, it doesn't need to be sacred if you're talking to the dead. ASMR while talking about magic for a YouTube video. Would you guys like that? I could honestly talk about this stuff for hours, but I feel like there'd be a lot of ums and buts and pauses if I don't like actually write out a script. The fates, the Moirai, are intimidating. Sorcery doesn't always change fate, no. There's one fate changing spell that breaks you out of the binds of fate itself. I actually posted an ASMR video of my sorcery a couple days ago here on TikTok, but it wasn't like a super long one. Talk to King Asmodee, you can absolutely do that. I love using Ouija to talk to demons and like the spirits that I work with and my ancestors. ASMR sorcery, hell yeah. I want to be able to do that more often, especially when I'm making like potions, pharmacons, and filtrons, because it sounds so nice, like the little clank of the jars and stuff like that. Close with Aphrodite, just praying to her constantly, sharing your emotions, the way you feel about situations with her, your life with her. So what is the point of doing sorcery if you're bound by fate? There is the question now, isn't it? That's why I'm gonna do the fate break, like changing spell. When I saw you, like your devil's minion. Dude, I fucking love that ship actually. Oh my god, I'm so glad I see someone also posting about that. Me and my ex honestly still bond over that fucking ship, which is like the funniest thing ever. The Ouija planchette. You can make one. You can honestly just use a shot glass or like a little something that has a circle on it, like anything that you can see kind of underneath. Patreon rank you suggest. Basic information, I'd recommend beginner or intermediate tier. Intermediate tier will give you access to almost anything, but if you're just looking at the beginner stuff, the beginner tier is good. If you guys have any more questions for me though, again, let me know. I'll be leaving here soon. I'm gonna go on Twitch and play some games. If you want to go play Dress to Impress with me on Twitch or something, and I'm gonna go smoke. Medusa for Apith trick, protection. Besides the mask, sometimes I'll make like Gorgon amulets and stuff like that, yes. Pringles clear top towel, whatever works, right? You guys have any more questions though, let me know. Intermediate, I think it's like 30 euros a month or $30 a month, which is not bad. It gives you access to almost everything. My name on Twitch, it's the same as on here, I believe, Thonic Thorns. I used to play Overwatch years ago. I used to main May. I think the last time I played it was like 2019. If you guys, I don't believe in free will, personally. I don't think there's such thing as free will. I think free will is an illusion. I think we're trapped in cycles of suffering and torment our whole lives, personally speaking. And we have to use magic to break free from that. But that's my own personal belief. Maybe it's just based on my own life. If anyone else would like a reading, again, 1 card is 5, 3 for 15. Full reading is 40. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask. Cardboard DIY board. Hell yeah, ceramics would be really cool, actually. You can make like some cool custom boards like that. I would totally buy one. You guys have any more questions though, let me know. You also believe that, yeah. I feel like the Gnostics heavily believe that. Like, I'm a kind of a critic of Gnosticism, but I do believe that they were right about the fact that astrology, our natal charts, our birth charts, the stars are what's known as the firmament, not the flat earth kind of firmament though. We don't fuck with that here. But like that kind of traps us in these cycles of suffering, like our destiny or whatever, and there's no such thing as free will. And the Gnostics used magic, talismans, and amulets to break free from that control, from that astrological fates. Kaifi, yes, it is very strong. You only use a little bit of Kaifi at a time. One of the few with free will, yes, it would mean that, yeah. Do a cool planchette. What? I would totally buy one of those for you. Sorry.